स्वरूप दामोदर राय रामानंदारी शिकोर पार्षद वृंद की जय। नाम आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुर वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभिष्ट प्रदत्त गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री मुनि देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योगमाया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय श्री सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। All of his Śaraṇāgati kirtans ki jai. His Gitavali, Kalyana Kalpataru, and Gitamala ki jai. Jai, 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 jai. Shinitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna. Let's do the Mangalacharan. Is my mic on? Let me just check really quick. It is. Okay, great. Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Shri Siddhanta Saraswati Vidito Gaudiya Gurvanvaye Bhato Bhanuriva Prabhata Gagane Yogora Sankirtanai Maya Varati Mingilo Daragatan Udritya Jivan Niman Krishna Prema Sudabdi Gahana Sukham Pradat Prabhung Tang Bhaje Vande Bhakti Vinodang Shri Gaura Shakti Swarupakam Bhakti Shastragya Samrajam Radha Rasa Sudha Nidhim Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva sorry Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vrishabhanusutanvitavamattanum Yamuna Tatanagara Sutam Murali Kalagita Vinoraparang Bhajagodrumakanana Kunja Vidum Smara Gadadara Keli Kalam Bhavagora Gadadara Pakshachara Shinugora Gadadara Charukatam Bhajagodrumakanana Kunja Vidum Tavai Basmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Tvang Nayamang Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai Kshiptashtakama Ditaranga Madhye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanarvindam Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Dandava pranams, everybody. All right. Let's see who is there. Hare Krishna, Champak Mataji, Madhavendra Puri Prabhu, Anjali Didi, Krishna Mai Didi, Sri Devi Didi, Chattamai Mataji, Nri Hari Prabhu, Haribo, Nri Hari Prabhu, and Anadi Krishna Prabhu. And let's see, there are some devotees on YouTube and Facebook, but they haven't written any comments, so I don't know who you are. Sorry, I'm starting late. Oh, and Lokaram Prabhu, Haribo. Pranams Lokaram Prabhu, Hare Krishna. So, yeah, sorry, I was a bit splayed out this morning, and so, yeah. All right, let's begin. So first, yes, in our last session. Oh, and just for those of you who aren't like on my mailing list or in the WhatsApp group, if you're wondering why we didn't have our Bhaktivinoda-gīti-dhārā session or any program yesterday, the reason is because now on Fridays, at this exact same time that I start every day, on Fridays there's a program led by Chandramukhi Didi, my god sister, and she's going through Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Dash Mula Shiksha, the 10 fundamental principles, tattvas, like the basically all of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Gaudiya philosophy, all condensed into 10 main points at Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And so we're having that class every Friday. So every Friday I'm not going to be going live, just letting you know. So yeah, let's begin. Yeah, in the last program, we've completed this article by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada that he wrote in English for the Harmonist. Yeah, after 19 days of reading that, no, I think it was 17 days of reading that, we finally completed it. And so now, because our program is divided into 4 parts. First, we read some glories of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then some words from our acharyas on the topic of Śaraṇāgati, and then we go through the kirtan, and then we sing it. So, yeah, let's jump into it for the first part. So, these next, in like the next 5 programs, I'm going to go through 2 verses a day of the Bhaktivinoda-dāshakam, written by, I think it's Srila Bhakti Deshik Acharya Maharaj, if I remember correctly. It's the song for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, like the stotram that's in all the different Gaudiya Math songbooks. It's like the official song, official Sanskrit stotram for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And after this, maybe we could go through Srila Bhakti Rakshak Shira Goswami Maharaj's, what is it called? It's Bhaktivinoda Viraha something or other. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stotram that Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada even like he's made some comment on that. I'll look up everything that he said on it. There's a video of Srila Shira Goswami Maharaj explaining it to Srila Prabhupada also. So we'll go over that after this one. All right, so let's start. Where is it? I prepared it. Oh, it's here. It's on the Notion document, which everybody has access to, by the way. If you go to vineofdevotion.com/BGD, you'll find this document. All right. On Haribo Manjulali Didi. Okay. Amandakarun. Let me make it bigger. Okay. Amandakarunya gunakarashi Chaitanya Devasya Dayavatara Sagora Shaktir Bhavita Punakin Padam Trishor Bhakti Vinoda Deva. He is the unending and ever-increasing ocean of compassion, the mercy incarnation of Sri Chaitanya Dev, and the embodiment of the very potency of Sri Gaur Hari. Will that divine personality, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, again become visible to my eyes? Ashimad Jagannatha Prabhu Priyoya Ekatmako Gorakishora Kena Shri Gorakarunyamayo Bhavet Kim Nityam Smrito Bhaktivinoda Deva. He is the dearmost follower of Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. He is one at heart with Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and he is composed of Sri Gaur Hari's compassion. Will that divine personality, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, forever be held within my constant remembrance? So I'll go through the next two verses tomorrow. There's a beautiful recording of Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj singing this as well. I can share that if anybody wants it. This will be going in the next edition of Gaudiya Giti Gucha, by the way. So now very like 10 minutes before the program started, I went to Folio and Acharya base and Bhakti base, and I was looking for quotes to do with our song today. Our song is Ahaṁ Mama Śabda-arthe. So I was looking up for quotes from our acharyas on the topic of ahaṁta, that means I-ness, and mamata, possessiveness. And so this is what I found. This will be our, the words from our acharyas and Śaraṇāgati section for today. So there's this verse from Bhajan Rahasya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Bhajan Rahasya 3:16. Oh wait, I'm just looking at Anadi Krishnabhu's comment. He said, wait, today is also Jayanti Anubhashi by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada on Chaitanya Charitamrita. Oh, wow. So what does that mean? Does that mean today is the day that Srila Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada completed his commentary on the Anubhashya commentary of Chaitanya Charitamrita? Yes, Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's Anubhashya, his commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Wow, very nice to know. Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so yeah, this is Bhajan Rahasya 3:16, chapter 3, verse 16. Humility that is full of self-surrender is described in the Yamuna Stotra, verse 52. I guess Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote a full song on this verse also, but we won't go through that now. But Vapur Adishu Yopi Kopiva Gunatosani Yata Tata Vida Tad Ayam Tava Pada Parmayor Ahang Daiva Maya Samarpita. Sorry, I didn't do the right meter for that. The meaning is, O Bhagavan, in this material existence, there are bodily distinctions of male and female. And according to the three modes of material nature, sattva, rajas, and tamas, there are the divisions of the 4 varnas and 4 ashrams. In this way, humanity is unlimitedly variegated. O Praneshvar, let me take birth in any kind of body or in any condition. It does not matter, because now I am completely surrendered unto your lotus feet, and there's nothing I consider mine. And then for every verse that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur quotes in Bhajan Rahasya, he writes his own Bengali, Bengali rendition, like poetic rendition of every Sanskrit verse. And lots of times he adds in extra things in the. I'm not going to read this now because we have a lot to get through, but an explanation of these Bengali verses here is by my Gurudev is here. Here, humility that is full of self-surrender is expressed. While chanting the holy name, the sadhak, in a mood of distress, submits a humble petition at the lotus feet of Bhagavan. O Bhagavan, giving up this false identification with the material male or female body, with social classification and so on, I surrender this body at your lotus feet. Praneshwar, you only are my life. As long as the jiva falsely identifies with the gross and subtle body, he cannot enter pure bhajan. When the living entity is established in the mood of the verse taught by Sriman Mahaprabhu, Naham Vipro Nacha Narapatir Napi Vaishya Nasudra, that verse, or in other words, when he has become free from all material designations, the door to the realm of bhajan opens. So this song that we're going to be going through today by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this is the way to open the door to the realm of bhajan. This is a helpful, this song will be a helpful guide to help us become free from these material ahaṁ and mamata. Okay, so now this is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. I think it's chapter 4 when it goes through all the 64 limbs of bhakti. So this has this is the 49th limb of bhakti, and a little explanation by my Gurudev on that. So Ātma-nivedanātmikā, dedication of the self. The word Atma refers to ahaṁ, egoism, or in other words, the sense of I. And like in Sanskrit, ahaṁ means I, and ta be like the suffix ness, I-ness, egoism. So the word ahaṁ, or in other words, the sense of I pertaining to the body, as well as mamata, possessiveness, or my, mama means my, and ta-ness, so myness. Or so mamata, or the sense of mine that is related to the body. Okay, so the word atma refers to egoism, and the ahaṁ is egoism, and mamata is possessiveness. To offer both of these to Krishna is called Ātma-nivedanātmikā. The living entity who is within the body is known as Dehi, and we'll see this word in the song that we're going through today. Dehi. Dehi means one who possesses the body. And Ahaṁ, the ego, egoism, or the self. When the living entity takes support of these two conceptions, that is the sense of possessing a body, a dehi, and the sense of ego, or self, ahaṁ, it gives rise to the sense of I. The possessiveness or attachment that rests upon this sense of I is called dehi nishta mamata, or attachment grounded in the egoism of possessing a body. The sense of mine in relation to the body is called deha nishta mamata, or possessiveness related to the body itself. Okay, so dehi means the possessor of the body, and deha means the body. So there's dehi nishta mamata, attachment grounded in the egoism of possessing a body, and then there's deha nishta mamata, or possessiveness related to the body itself. One should offer both the sense of I and the sense of mine to Krishna. One should give up the conceptions of I and mine, and adopt the conception that I am a servant of Krishna. I accept only the remnants of Krishna's prasad, and this body is an instrument suitable for the service of Krishna. To maintain the body exclusively with this mentality is called Ātma-nivedanātmikā. Okay, so that was the explanation of Ātma-nivedanātmikā. Now, the next is the 50th limb of bhakti is Nija Priya Vastu Samarpanam, offering one's own dear objects. The things in this world that one likes best should be accepted and offered to Krishna, considering them to be related to him. Interesting, huh? Those things that we like best, we should offer to Krishna. This is what is meant by offering one's dear objects to Krishna. One should offer to Krishna those things which are dear to other persons and which are also dear to Krishna. Those items which are dear to others, dear to Krishna, and dear to the sadhaks are also are especially fit to be offered to Krishna. Well, I'm just wondering, what about like things like pizza? Pizza is definitely very dear to me. My sister. I mean, of course, we offer everything that we. I guess there's different levels, though, right? Like, okay. Anyways, let's just continue on. Those objects give the most pleasure to Krishna. Those items which are dear to people in general, but are not dear to Krishna, are those things which are dear to Krishna, but are not dear to people in general, should not be offered to Krishna. I don't understand this part right here. Those things which are dear to Krishna but are not dear to people in general should not be offered to Krishna. That I'd have to check the translation, the original Sanskrit, because the Hindi, because that doesn't make sense to me. Okay. But this answered the question. The items which are dear to people in general but not dear to Krishna should not be offered to Krishna. Yes, definitely. Okay. Krishnarte samasta karma karanam. Hare Krishna Shubhananda Prabhu. Hari Om. Okay. Performing all activities for the sake of Krishna. To make all activities, whether they be worldly duties or those directly related to Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti, favorable for the service of Lord Hari, is to perform all activities for the sake of Krishna. And then 52, the limb of Śaraṇāgati, of Bhakti, 52 is full self-surrender. Okay, but I decided not to read the commentary on that because it's a bit too long. And now in Jaiva Dharma, chapter 20. Chapter 20, is that? I think that's Raghunath Das Babaji. He explains, I mean, I didn't look this up, but I'm just guessing. He explains the also the 49th, 50th, and limbs of bhakti. So let's go through that. So 49. The significance of the word Ātma-nivedanam comes from the word Atma. And that's this Ātma-nivedanam is the chapter that we're on in Śaraṇāgati right now, chapter 2. From this come the two principles of egoism of the embodied soul, namely, attachment to the dehi, to the possessor of the body, in the form of ahaṁ, I-ness, and attachment to the deha, the body, in the form of mamata, my-ness. Oh, I think this is the opposite of what we just read. Anyways, doesn't matter. Let's continue on. Ātma-nivedanam means to offer these two principles to Sri Krishna. Then Vijay asks, will you please explain these two terms more clearly? The egoism of the embodied jiva, dehi nishta ahaṁ, and attachment to the body and things connected to the body, deha nishta mamata. Babaji. The jiva within the body is called dehi, embodied, or ahaṁ, self. Acting with the false consciousness of I is called dehi nishta ahaṁ, the egoism of the embodied jiva. And the consciousness of possessing the body or things that are related to the body is called deha nishta mamata, attachment to things connected with the body. Okay, that is exactly what we just read before. So yeah. These two principles of I and mine are both to be offered to Krishna. Ātma-nivedanam means to relinquish the consciousness of I and mine, and to take care of the body with the consciousness. I am Krishna's servant. I take Krishna's prasad, and I use this body in Krishna's service. Okay, now chapter 7 of Jaiva Dharma goes very in depth on this topic. It's very nice, actually. But I want to be respectful of everybody's time. And so I think maybe we can go through the song first, and then if there's time afterwards, then we can read through this. Yeah, this is really nice. I would have had enough time if I didn't start so late today. Yeah, anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so here is a song by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur song. What's the number? I think it's song 12. Uh-oh. One second. Somehow, okay. I need to turn on waiting room. Yikes. It is about to happen again. Shoot. Wait, one second. Um, ah, shoot. Give me a second. Where is security? Turn on enable waiting room. Did I get it before he came in? Okay. There's this guy who came in one time before. I think I'm gonna need to change the Zoom link. But yeah, he once came in and started putting up all sorts of stuff. He was like a troll guy. What do you call it? Anyways. God, that was close. He almost probably was about to put up some profane things. I saved it though. Yes. All right. Uh, that means no new people will be able to join though. So if anybody wants to join, um, yeah, because I just enabled the waiting room so that now he can't join. There must be some way to block him. Anyways, doesn't matter. All right, let's go through the song. That was close. Okay. So I'll first just read the translation and then we can go through the full song. Actually, let's look at I'm just opening up my. Oh, by the way, yesterday I finished translating. No, day before yesterday, I finished translating Śaraṇāgati. So now all the songs are translated. I just need Vaijanti Mala Mataji to look through them, and then maybe I'll share them all with you if you want to have access to all of our translations that we'll be putting in the Gaudiya Giti Kucha. How does it start? Ahaṁ. There it is. Okay. So whatever is suggested, I'm going to read through the translation and then we'll go through each word. Whatever is suggested by the words I and mine, I have submitted at your feet, O kind-hearted one. I no longer maintain, my lord, that I belong to myself. Now I am solely yours. This embodied jiva has shed the egoism, the ahaṁ, associated with the word I. And now the self-conception of being yours, tvadya, has entered his heart. All that I have, my body, home, followers, brothers, friends, wife, children, belongings, my means, and my household, they have all become yours, and I have become your servant. Now I simply reside in your household. You are the head of the household, and I am your attendant. All my endeavors now are for your happiness. My gross and subtle bodies, merit and sin, these no longer belong to me, Prabhu. I am now free. All of my desires have merged with yours. Today, Bhaktivinoda has forgotten himself. Okay, so let's now go through the meaning of all these words and see also Srila Bhakti Rakshakshita Goswami Maharaj. I haven't read it yet, but he explains some of the words in here. Oh, I didn't get to do this. 1 second. Śabda-arthe. Let me just make this. That doesn't matter. Okay. So, Ahaṁ, mama. I, my. So, from these words, I and my, arthe, the meaning, whatever is suggested, the meaning of these words, Ahaṁ and mama, I and my, jaha kichu, whatever hoy there is, arpilu, I offer, tomar pade, at your feet, O he doyamoy, O kind-hearted one, O merciful Lord. So Srila Bhakti Rakshakshita Goswami Maharaj, he gets these words, Ahaṁ mama Śabda-arthe. Whatever is whatever meaning there is in the words Ahaṁ and mama, I offer unto you. So he explains these words, this first part here. I didn't get to highlight it yet. Let's see. I can highlight it now. Okay. So meant by the words I and mine. Sri Yamunacharya has explained this in Sri Stottaratna, verse 49. Vapur adisho yopi kopiva gunatosani yatatata vidha tad aham tava pada parmayor aham adyaiva maya samarpita. O Lord, whatever I possess in terms of this body and its paraphernalia, and whatever character I have acquired through the modes of nature, this whole sense of ego I offer at your lotus feet today. Okay, next verse. Amar ami tonat narohinu ar. So I do not even ami to I do not even amar. I do not even I am not even mine. I am not even mine, O Lord, not. And whenever you see the word to like this, it's not really a translatable word. I don't know how you even explain it. It's like amito. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it actually. It kind of gives like a sense like I'm not even. No, I'll have to think of how to explain this word, but I guess we can just for now we can just say I indeed. Well, let's call it indeed. I indeed am not. I am not even mine. I guess we could translate it as even here. So I'm not even mine, oh Lord. Naruhino ar. This no longer remains. This I no longer maintain. This idea doesn't remain anymore. That I belong to myself. Ekon, now, hoinu. Hoinu means I have become. Ami means I. Keval tomar. Keval only yours. So I am not even mine. I do not even belong to myself. Oh, not? Narohinu ar. This I no longer maintain. I know this idea no longer remains. That I belong to myself. Ekon now hoinu. I have become keval tomar. Only yours. Exclusively yours. Ami shabde. So whatever meaning is attached to this word ami, I, dehi jiv, this embodied dehi, right? That was a possessor of the body. So this embodied jiva, ahaṁ charilo. So this embodied jiv, he's referring to himself, this embodied jiva has charilo, has given up, has renounced, has what word did we use? Shed. We use the word shed here. He's completely given up any sense of I related to the word, like in the word I. So in this word I no longer has the feeling of egoism. I've how did we translate it? This embodied jiva has shed the egoism associated with the word I. And now twaddiya. Now the abhiman, the conception, the self-conception of twaddiya, of being yours, Aji, today, hridoye poshilo, has entered poshilo in the heart, has entered his heart. So now Srila Bhakti Rakshakshira Goswami Maharaj, he goes through and explains Twadhyabhiman in his Lagupad. So let's see what he says. The ego of being your own, of being the Lord's. This means the ego of being the Lord's faithfully devoted follower, Anugata Jan. Okay, so when we see Twadya, the meaning of being yours means being the Lord's Anugat, his Anugata Jan, devoted follower. Amar Sarvasva. Sarvasva means everything. Everything Amar, that is mine. That includes the Deha, the body. Geha means Griha, the house. Anuchar can mean followers, attendants, servants. Lots of times Anuchar means servants, but I looked it up, it can also mean followers. Then Bhai, brothers. Bandhu, that means friends. Dara is wife. Suta, my sons, my children. Dravya, that means my belongings. This one, dwar, I don't actually know, because dwar means door, but that doesn't make sense. My door, that just sounds so random. And so I looked it up, and one of them, one meaning said my means. So I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the proper translation, but yeah, my means, like, I guess I might be stretching it here, but like my job, my means to maintain my family. Anyways, and then God, my household. Sheshab, all of these, hoilo tava, they have become tava, yours. Hoilo, they became tava, yours. And ami, and I, hoinu das, I have become das, your servant. Tomar grihete, tomar, in your griha, in your house. Ebe, now, ami korivas. So now I simply, korivas, I reside. Ami, I reside in your house. Tomar griha. And yeah, in Bengali, you can either say grihe or you could say grihete. You could add te at the ends of words, and that also means in. So tomar grihete. So in your house, ebe, now, ami korivas, I reside. Tumi griha swami. You are the swami. You are the master of the griha. So you are the head of the household. Ami, I sevak tomar. I am your tomar sevak, your servant. Tomar sukete, for your tomar, your happiness, sukha. So for your happiness, cheshta, endeavors, ekon amar. So all my endeavors, amar, cheshta, ekon, now are solely for tomar sukha, for your happiness. All my endeavors now are for your happiness. Stula linga dehe. So stula means gross, linga means subtle, dehe. So my stula linga deha, my gross and subtle bodies, more my. There we learn in this song, we have two ways of saying, actually we have three ways of saying, we've seen three ways of saying my in this song now. There is mama means my. There is amar means mine, and more. means my. These three words mean exactly the same thing. Okay, mama, amar, mor. There's no difference between them. So, stula linga dehi mor, sukrita duskrita. So, mor, my stula and linga, my subtle and my gross and subtle bodies, and sukrita duskrita, any merit, any sukriti or duskriti. So yeah, merit and sin. Ar mor nahi. These all are no longer are. They're no more. Nahe means no, and ar means more. More means mine. Sorry, that's complicated. So these are no longer mine. Ar mor nahi. O Prabhu, O Lord, Amito Nishkrita. I am now Nishkrita. I am free. Oh, I just noticed. Sukrita, Dushkrita, Nishkrita. Interesting. I'd like to. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that now because I'm not ready to. But yeah. Let's look up the word Nishkrita really quick. Where is it? Nishkrita. Oops. Nishkrita. There. That means acquitted, released, discharged, set at liberty, set free, let go, pardoned. Okay. So I am now pardoned. I'm let go. I am completely free from my gross and subtle bodies and merit and sin. These no longer belong to me, O Prabhu. Armor nahe Prabhu. Amito nishkrita. I am now free. So Srila Bhakti-Rakshakshira Goswami Maharaj, he explains the meaning of sukrita, sukrita and dushkrita, good or bad. The state of being beyond the scope of both good and bad actions and reactions is described in Sri Mundaka Upanishad 3.1.3. I don't know what the meter is for this. Let's try it. Yada pasyatte rukmavarnam kartaramisham purusham pramayonim tada vidvan punya pape vidhuya. Sorry. Anyways, niranjana paramam samyam upaiti. When a soul sees the golden Lord, who is the supreme controller and the source of Brahma, they become wise, free from the reactions of both pious and impious activities, and pure, and they attain supreme equanimity. It's a beautiful verse. It's from the Mundaka Upanishad. When a soul sees the golden Lord, wow, Jai Sachinandan Gaur Hari, who is the supreme controller and the source of Brahma, they become wise, free from the reactions of both pious and impious activities, and pure, and they attain supreme equanimity. Okay, this is the last verse now. Tomar ichai mor icha mishailo. So with tomar icha, with your desires, ichai, that ending makes it with your desires, more my desires, mishailo, I have merged them. I've merged. So all my desires have merged with yours. That's how we translated it. Mishano means to mix, I think. Let's look up mishano. Meshano means to mix, mingle with, unite. Mixed up, united. I think mix is a good word also. All my desires have merged or have mixed with yours. Bhaktivinoda Aj Apane Bhulilo. Today, Aj, Bhaktivinoda Apane, his own self, Bhulilo. He's forgotten. All my desires have merged with yours. Today, Bhaktivinoda has forgotten himself. Bhaktivinoda Aj Apane Bhulilo. Okay, so hopefully all these words in this song are now clear to you. you have any questions on any of these words, let me know. If anything's not clear. Now let's sing it. Then the last 5 minutes. Oh, and I will paste this whole section from Dharma from chapter 7 that I wanted to read today. I'll paste it in this Notion page, which you can find on my website, so that if anybody wants to read more on this topic, you can find a very in-depth explanation by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay. Wonder if there's a way to, this Adam Solomon guy, he keeps on trying to enter the room. I wonder if there's a way I can block him. Anyways, doesn't matter. Okay. How should we sing this? So this is Payar. This is the same meter as Chaitanya Charitamrita verses, or as Gauranga Bulite Habe, and songs like that. One second, I'm just going to see if I can block this guy, Adam Solomon. Keeps on trying to enter. Remove. So, nah. Report to Zoom, cool. There. Cool, I just submitted him. Ha. Now he won't be able to disturb us again. He once disturbed us once before, and somehow he found the link again. Okay. Just turning off noise suppression so you can hear the mridanga. Let's sing this now. So yeah, we can sing this in a few different ways. We could sing it either, this is like the traditional, like the main traditional Bengali evening melody. Na 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 na. But then another melody is like, you know, like how we often sing Gauranga Bulite Habe. Na 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 na. Those are like the two most common melodies for Payar that we sing. And then there's also like the jumpy, like how we sing Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Yugala Manglan, like Ahaṁ mama Śabda-arthe jaha kichu hoy arpilu tomar pade ohe doyamoy. So we could, all those melodies would equally work for this. But I think I will do, let's do the middle one. Gauranga Bulite Habe. So. Ahaṁ mama Śabda-arthe jaha kichu hoy arpilu tomar pade ohe doyamoy. Ahaṁ mama Śabda-arthe jaha kichu hoy arpilu tomar pade ohe doyamoy. Ātma-nivedanātmikā narohino yara ekhona hoino yami kevala tomar. Amar amito nata narohino yara ekhona hoino yami kevala tomar. Ami shabde jiva ayami shabde dehi jiva ahaṁ tacharilo tadiyabhimanayaji hridaye poshilo Śabde dehi jiva Ahaṁ tacharilo Tvadiyabhimanayaji Hridaye poshilo Amara sarvasva deha Gehayanuchara Bhai bandhu dara sutta Dravya dvara ghara Amara sarvasva deha Gehayanuchara O Bhai bandhu dara sutta Dravya dvara ghara Shesha bhoilo tava Oyami hoinu dasa Tomara grihete ebi Ami kori vasa Shesha bhoilo tava Ami hoinu dasa Tomara grihete ebi Oyami kori vas Tumi griha swami ami Sevaka tomara Tomara sukhete cheshta Ekhono to amara Tumi griha swami ami Sevaka tomara Tomara sukhete cheshta Ekhono yamara Stula linga dehe mor Sukrita dushkrita Oyar mor nahe prabhu Oyami to nishkrita Stula linga dehe mor Sukrita dushkrita Ar mor nahe prabhu Amito nishkrita O tomara ichhai mor Ichha mishailo Bhaktivinoda-yaj apne bhulilo Tomara ichhai mor Ichha mishailo Bhaktivinoda-yaj apne bhulilo Tomara ichhai mor Ichha mishailo Tomara ichhai mor Ichha mishailo Bhaktivinoda-yaj apne bhulilo O Bhaktivinoda-yaj apne bhulilo Ahaṁ mama Śabda-arthe jaha kichu hoy Ahaṁ mama Śabda-arthe jaha kichu hoy Arpilu tomar pade ohe doyamoy Arpilu tomar pade ohe doyamoy Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jai Sachinandan Gaura Hari, Sachinandan Jai Gaura Hari, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Bhaktivinoda, Thakur Bhaktivinoda, Bhaktivinoda Thakur Bhaktivinoda, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Gurudeva, 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 Jaya Gurudeva, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai. Oh, I didn't see you before, Maharaj. Dandavat pranams, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj, and Raseshwari Mataji, Vrinda Didi, Gargaraj Ji, and everybody else. There's a bunch of other devotees on YouTube and Facebook. Pranams to all of you. Haribol. Right. I'll do a short Jaidwani, and then for anybody who wants to stay longer, you can ask questions or make any comments, or maybe we could read that excerpt from Jaivadharma if anybody wants to stay for that. Yeah, anyways, you let me know, and I'm going to do Jaidwani now. You can let me know in the chat or the comments. Jai Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika-giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Shishi Radha Madhav Ju Ki Jai. I'm going to do a short in Jaidwani. Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Srila Param Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai, Jai Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki Jai, all of his Śaraṇāgati Kirtans, all of his Gitavali, his Kalyana Kalpa Taru, his Gita Mala Ki Jai, all of the nectarian writings of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ki Jai, Jai, and all the writings of his son, and most, not just his son, that's a material consideration, but his topmost follower, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, who wrote the Anubhashya commentary, and today I guess is the day that it was completed. Yeah, so Jai Ho, his Anubhashya to Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jai. All right. Jai Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Gana Ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtana Ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindaya Tulsi Devaya Priyaya Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Pradadevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Alright, let's see. So Dandavat Pranams, Ashray Prabhu, Chatamai Mataji, Anjali Didi, Krishna Mai Didi, Shri Devi Didi, Nri Hari Prabhu, and Bhavatarani Mataji, Manjulali Didi, Shubhananda Prabhu, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Madhavendra Puri Prabhu, and of course Sajan Maharaj, Gargaraj Ji, Vrinda Didi, Raseshwari Mataji, and everybody else on YouTube, Facebook, and people watching in the future. Dandavat Pranams. All right, so what should we do now? we can just end it if or if anybody wants to stay longer. Yeah, if anybody needs to go, Dandavat Pranams. But if anybody wants to stay longer, you can ask any questions. Maybe we could go over a Bengali thing, or if you have any comments, or we could read this Jiva-dharma excerpt that I found. Okay, if nobody has anything to say or any questions or anything, then maybe I'm going to just go. We can read this excerpt from chapter 7. Unless anybody has any comments or anything. All right, let's read it then. Oh wait, I just see the chat. There's something in the chat. Okay. All right. So this is from chapter 7 of Jiva-dharma. There's a whole build-up to this. There's like the whole part of the story about Chandidas, his like the change of his. Yeah. Anyhow, let's see. Where does it begin? Here it is. Okay, so this is Jiva-dharma chapter 7. Okay, Maharaj said, Sajjan Maharaj said to read this. Great. So Yadav Das narrated the whole story of Chandidas. Yeah, I was thinking of reading that whole story, but it was too long. Anyways, let's just. Then Ananta Das Babaji smiled and said, "Yes, this is what is known as material existence. One who knows material existence is actually wise, and those who fall into the cycle of material existence are pitiable." Chandidas's mind was gradually becoming purified, for when one performs nitya sukriti, such as hosting Vaishnavas and reading and hearing Vaishnav Shastras, he certainly attains auspiciousness and very easily develops Shraddha and Ananya Bhakti, an exclusive devotion. When he heard Sri Anantadas Babaji's words, Chandidas said with a softened heart, "My humble prayer to you is that you will be merciful to me and clearly explain what is material existence." Anantadas Babaji said, "Your question is very deep, and I desire that Sri Paramahansa Babaji Mahashaya or Sri Vaishnav Das Babaji Mahashaya should answer it." Then Paramahansa Babaji said, "Sri Anantadas Babaji Mahashaya is suitably qualified to answer a question of such gravity. Today we will all listen to his instructions." Anantadas: "When I receive your order, I must certainly say whatever I know. I shall begin by remembering the lotus feet of my Gurudev, Sri Pradumna Brahmachari, a confidential associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu." The jivas exist in two states: the liberated state, the mukta dasha, and the state of material bondage, sangsara baddha dasha. Those jivas who are pure bhaktas of Sri Krishna and who have never been bound by Maya or who are liberated from material existence by the mercy of Krishna are known as mukta jivas. So those who are never bound by Maya are those who are liberated from Maya by material existence by the mercy of Krishna. They are known as mukta jivas. The liberated state of existence is known as mukta dasha. That means the liberated dasha means state. The baddha jivas, on the other hand, are those who are oblivious to Sri Krishna and have fallen into the clutches of Maya since time without beginning. Their conditioned state of existence is known as sangsara baddha dasha. So dasha means the state of being baddha, bound in sangsara, in material existence. Sangsara baddha dasha. The jivas who are liberated from Maya are chinmoy. They are fully spiritual, chinmoy. And their very life is service to Krishna, Krishna dasya. They do not reside in this material world, but in one of the pure spiritual worlds, such as Goloka, Vaikuntha, or Vrindavan. There are innumerable jivas who are liberated from Maya. The jivas who are bound by Maya are also innumerable. Due to their Krishna vimukata, the defect of alienation from Krishna, Krishna's shadow potency, known as Chaya Shakti or Maya, binds the jiva with her three-stranded ropes, consisting of the three qualities of material nature, namely Sattvagun, goodness, Rajagun, passion, and Tamagun, ignorance. Haribol, Dandavat Pranams, Ashray Prabhu. Okay. The conditioned souls appear in a variety of states of existence according to the influence of the various gradation. So the conditioned soul appears in a variety of states according to the influence of the various gradations of these gunas. Just consider the varieties of the jiva's bodies, moods, appearance, natures, living conditions, and movements. So much variety. So this is all according to Sattva gun, Rajagun, and Tamagun, how they're bound by those three things. When the jiva enters material existence, he takes on a new type of egoism. In the pure state of existence, the jiva has the egoism of being a servant of Krishna. But in the conditioned state, many different types of egoism arise, making the living entity think, I am a human being. I am a devata. I am an animal. I am a king. I am a Brahman. I am an outcast. I am diseased. I am hungry. I am dishonored. I am charitable. I am a husband. I am a wife. I am a father. I am a son. I am an enemy. I am a friend. I am a scholar. I am handsome. I am wealthy. I am poor. I am happy. I am sad. I am strong. I am weak. So these attitudes are known as Ahaṁ, which literally means the sense of I-ness, or false egoism. Ahaṁ, I-ness, false egoism. Besides this Ahaṁ, another function known as mamata, possessiveness, or the sense of mama, my, ta-ness, mamata, my-ness. So besides Ahaṁ, mamata, possessiveness, enters the nature of the jiva. This is exemplified in attitudes such as, this is my house, these are my possessions, this is my wealth, this is my body, these are my children, this is my wife, this is my husband, this is my father, this is my mother, this is my caste, this is my race, this is my strength, this is my beauty, this is my quality, this is my learning, this is my renunciation, this is my knowledge, this is my wisdom, this is my work, this is my property, and these are all my servants and my dependents. The colossal affair that brings the conceptions of I and mine into play is known as sangsar, material existence. Yadav Das. The conceptions of I and mine are active in the conditioned state, but do they also exist in the liberated state? Anantadas. They do, but in the liberated state, they are spiritual and free from all defect. So really, when Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, I'm giving up my, like in this song, he's saying, I'm offering anything that is meant in these words, Ahaṁ and Mama, I'm offering it at your feet. So he's submitting, I guess that he's submitting is pure. Yeah, because anyways, yeah. So they do, this Ahaṁ and Mamata do exist, this I-ness and I-ness and minus, but in the liberated state they are spiritual and free from all defect. In the liberated state, in the spiritual world, the jiva becomes acquainted with his pure nature, exactly as it was created by Bhagavan. In that spiritual abode, there are many different types of real egoism, each with its own characteristic sense of I. So there are also many types of chid ras, transcendental exchanges of sentiments. All the different chinmay upakarans are spiritual paraphernalia, which form the constitutional ingredients of ras, come under the heading of mind. All the ingredients, all spiritual paraphernalia, all the ingredients of ras, which are meant for Krishna's pleasure, they are all under the category of mind. Yadav Das. Then what is the defect in the different conceptions of I and mine that exist in the conditioned state? Ananta Das. The defect is that in the pure state, the conceptions of I and mine are real, whereas in material existence, they are all imaginary, are imposed upon the living entity. That means that these conceptions are not actually aspects of the jiva, but are all false identities and relationships. Consequently, all varieties of material identification in mundane existence are impermanent and unreal, and they only cause momentary happiness and distress. Yadav Das. Is this deceptive material existence false? Ananta Das. No, this deceptive world is not false. It is a reality by Krishna's will. It is the jiva's conception of I and mine when he enters the material world that is false. Those who believe that this world is false are Mayavadis. They are advocates of the theory of illusion. Such people are offenders. Yadav Das. Why have we fallen into this illusory relationship? Ananta Das. Bhagavan is the complete spiritual entity. He is the Purna Chid Vastu. And the jivas are particles of spirit, Chit Kana. The jiva's first location is on the boundary line between the material and spiritual worlds. The jivas who do not forget their relationship with Krishna are empowered with Chit Shakti and are drawn from that position into the spiritual realm, where they become his eternal associates and begin to relish the bliss of his service. The jivas who turn away from Krishna desire to enjoy Maya, and Maya attracts them towards her by her potency. From that moment, our material state of existence comes into being, and our true spiritual identity disappears. We therefore think, I am the enjoyer of Maya. This false egoism covers us in many varieties of false identities. Yadav Das. Why is it that our true identity does not become manifest despite significant endeavor? Ananta Das. There are two types of endeavor, appropriate and inappropriate. Appropriate endeavors will certainly dissipate false egoism. But how can appropriate endeavors do so? How can inappropriate endeavors do so? Yadav Das. What are inappropriate endeavors? Ananta Das. Some people think that their hearts will be purified if they follow karma kanda, and that they will be liberated from Maya when they practice Brahma Gyan. This type of endeavor is inappropriate. Others think that by practicing Ashtanga Yoga, they will enter a trance of Samadhi Yoga and attain perfection. This is another inappropriate endeavor. There are many other types as well. Yadav Das. Why are all these endeavors inappropriate? Ananta Das. These methods are unsuitable because practicing them creates many obstacles that impede the attainment of one's desired goal. In addition, there is only a meager possibility of attaining that goal. The point is that our material existence has come about because of an offense. And unless we obtain the mercy of the person whom we offended, we will not gain release from our material condition and attain our pure spiritual condition. Yeah. Unless we obtain mercy of the person whom we offended, we will not gain release from our material condition and attain our pure spiritual condition. Yadav Das. What are appropriate endeavors? Ananta Das. Sadhu Sangha, association of devotees, and prapatti, surrender, are proper means. We find the following statement about Sadhu Sangha in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.2.30. Atta atyantikam kshemam prichamo bhavato naga sangsaresmin kshanardopi satsanga shevadir nrinam. O sinless one, we are inquiring from you about the supreme benefit. In this material world, even half a moment's association with a Shuddha Bhakta is the greatest wealth for human beings. So Ananta Babaji continues. If one asks how jivas who have fallen into this material existence can attain their supreme benefit, I will reply that it can be obtained by having sat sangha, even for half a moment. Okay, so that's the answer. Sat Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. The next one was, he mentioned two. One is sadhu sangha, but then the next is prapatti, surrender. Prapatti is described in Bhagavad Gita 7:14 as follows. Daivi hyesha gunamayi mama maya durattaya mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etang tarantite. This divine potency of mine, known as Daivi Maya, consists of the three modes of nature, sattva, rajas, and tamas. Human beings cannot cross over this Maya by their own efforts, and therefore it is very difficult to overcome. Only those who surrender unto me can cross beyond this potency of Maya. And we need if we're in sadhu sangha but we're not surrendering, then what's the point? Like, you're not actually being in sadhu sangha. So both of these things are essential: sadhu sangha and prapatti. Chandidas. O great soul, I cannot understand your explanation very well. We're almost at the end. I have understood that we are pure entities, and that due to our forgetfulness of Krishna, we have fallen into the hands of Maya and are bound in this world. If we obtain Krishna's mercy, we can be delivered again. Otherwise, we will remain in the same condition. Anantadas. Yes, for now it is sufficient for you to believe this much. Yadav Das Mahashaya clearly understands all these truths. Gradually, you will come to understand these things from him. Sri Jagadananda has written a beautiful description of the variegated conditions of the jivas in his book Sri Prem Vivarta, chapter 6, verses 1 to 13. And because we only have 5 minutes left until it's 8:30, I'm not going to read the Bengali, but these are, I'll read these first 2 verses because they're very commonly quoted. So, Chit Kana Jiva Krishna Chinmaya Bhaskar Nitya Krishna Dekhi Krishna Koren Adar Krishna Bahir Mukha Hoya Bhoga Vancha Kore Nikatasta Maya Tare Jhapatiya Dhore. Actually, all these verses are quoted a lot. Mainly this one though, yeah. So, the jiva is an infinitesimal particle of spiritual consciousness, like an atomic particle of light emanating from the sun. Shri Krishna is the complete spiritual consciousness, the transcendental sun. As long as the jivas focus their attention on Krishna, they maintain reverence for him. However, when they turn their attention away from Krishna, they desire material enjoyment. Krishna's deluding potency, Maya, who is standing near them, then binds them in her embrace. Yeah, I'll just read the translations. And then this is how we'll end. We'll end with this, these words of Jagadananda Pandit. The dharma of the jiva who is turned away from Krishna becomes covered, just as a person's intelligence becomes covered when he is haunted by a witch. He forgets Bhagavan's identity and his own identity as a servant of Hari. Becoming a slave of Maya, he wanders here and there for a long time in this bewildering material existence. Sometimes he is a king, and sometimes a subject. Sometimes a Brahman, and sometimes a Shudra. Sometimes he is happy, and sometimes distressed. And sometimes he is a tiny insect. I love these Bengali verses, they're really nice. Kabu Raja, Kabu Praja, Kabu Vipra Shudra, Kabu Dukhi, Kabu Sukhi, Kabu Kita Krutra, Kabu Swarge, Kabu Marte, Narakeva Kabu, Kabu Deva, Kabu Daita, Kabu Dasa Prabhu. Sometimes he is in heaven, sometimes on earth, and sometimes in hell. Sometimes he is a deva, and sometimes a demon. Sometimes he is a servant, and sometimes a master. As he is wandering like this through material existence, if by some great fortune he happens to obtain the association of pure bhaktas, he comes to know of his own identity, and his life thus becomes meaningful. By his association with those bhaktas, he understands his true identity and becomes indifferent to material enjoyment. Grieving bitterly for his predicament, he laments, "Alas, alas, why did I serve Maya for so long?" He cries profusely and prays to the lotus feet of Bhagavan, "O Krishna, I am your eternal servant. but I have been ruined because I disregarded the service of your feet. Who knows how long I have been wandering aimlessly as a slave of Maya? O Patit Pavan, O Dinanath, please protect this destitute soul. Deliver me from your Maya and engage me in your service. Shri Krishna is an ocean of mercy, and when he hears the jiva cry out in such desperation even once, he quickly transports him across this insurmountable material energy. Wow, and how many prayers like this Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given us that we get to go through every single day. All of these prayers. And when Krishna hears these prayers, especially these prayers that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing from Śaraṇāgati, then he quickly transports the jiva across the insurmountable material energy. Krishna empowers the jiva with his chit shakti, so that Maya's power to attract the soul gradually wanes. The jiva then turns his back on Maya and desires to attain Krishna. He worships Krishna again and again, and finally becomes competent to attain his lotus feet. Therefore, the only infallible method to cross this insurmountable material existence is to chant Krishna Nam in the association of bhaktas. Let's read. This is a very famous verse also. I mean, very, very often quoted. Let's read the Bengali and then we'll end. Sadhu sange Krishna Nam ei matra chai sangsar jinite ar kono vastu nai. So, chanting Krishna Nam, Sadhu Sange, in Sadhu Sangha, a matra chai. This only, matra means only, so only this. Chai, I want. I only want this, that I chant Krishna Nam in Sadhu Sangha, in the association of sadhus. Sangsar jinite ar kono vastu nai. Kono vastu, there's no other thing. Nai means no, kona, any, vastu, ar means more. There's no other, ar, more, other, jinite, there's no other thing in this material existence. There's nothing other than sadhu sangha, chanting Krishna Nam and sadhu sangha in this material existence for gaining deliverance from our state of our false ahaṁta and false mamata. Jai. Jai Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. All right, so that is our reading. That is our program for today. It's 8:32. Oops, I went 2 minutes over time. So I'll see you all. Tomorrow is Sunday. So tomorrow is our Dainik Nadia Prakash day with Srivas. And then the day after tomorrow, we will continue on with the next song. Amar Bolite Prabhu Ar Kehonai, I think. Yeah. And there's actually a commentary by my Srila Gurudev that he gave in Badger on that song. So we can go over that commentary day after tomorrow. So, Dandavat Pranams, thank you so much for joining. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Haribo. Jai Shri Radhe.